Hello there, ladies and gents. Andrew Griffiths here. This month, our focus is really around mindset and habits. And an interesting one that I would put in here for those of you who are writing a book or aspiring to write a book is a really important point. And it's a bit of a difficult one. It's as you can tell by my hesitation here, I often have authors and they have this incredible need to show people their manuscript in the very early stages. I've written a few chapters and I've sent it to 10 people, or I've written the draft manuscript and I've sent it to my boss, or I've given it to my partner. For me, I think this is a really dangerous thing to do. And I, that's a big word to use, right? But I can tell you that I've had so many people over the years who have shared their manuscript with someone before they probably should, and I'm not even sure you should, and the feedback that they've got has been negative, and then they've stopped writing the book. It's derailed them. Now, the problem with this is, you go, well, surely it's good to get feedback, but not everyone is good at giving feedback. Not everyone understands who your ideal reader is, what you're trying to achieve. Not everyone truly understands where you're coming from in the book. I don't show anyone my manuscripts before I publish them, but I write it. The editor is the first person to read my manuscript, because if I've done all the work correctly up until that stage, and if you've worked with me, you know what that looks like, right? You're doing the book pitch, you're really answering those 23 questions, you're really you spent a month, 2 months getting your book pitch right. You've got all of that right. Well, the book is probably pretty well on track. All you got to do is make sure that you add the words to it. But other people giving feedback, they don't know how to give feedback. So I didn't like it, doesn't work, doesn't resonate, because they put it in their lens. They're looking at it from that point of view. Also, and this is a bit of a darker one as well, not everyone necessarily wants to see you write a book. People can feel threatened, people can feel challenged. I've seen it in relationships where a partner's shown their partner the book and the feedback is negative, and it's really, to me, been more personal than professional feedback. So bottom line is, if you want to show others your manuscript to get feedback, be very, very careful who you show. Give them really strict parameters and boundaries. Give them your book pitch document to review as well, so that they know who you're writing it for, they know the central question, they know what makes it different, all of that stuff. Give them some context. And also, when you're asking for feedback, like, what feedback do you want? This is great. That's kind of useless feedback, to be brutally honest. Like, what does that mean? It's like, I always say when I'm on stage, if I get off stage and someone says to me, oh, that was fabulous, what do I do with that? It's great for the ego, but it doesn't help me get better as a speaker. So what do you want? How does the feedback you might want is, does it read well? Does it sound like me? Is it my voice? Is it clear? Do you think I've answered, the right questions? Is that the information that we would want? Is it written in a coaching style, or am I talking at them rather than engaging them? Kind of be clear on your parameters around that. And I think that, again, you'll find that will help you to stay on track. But to be really honest, I would be hesitant, and I tend to advise my authors not to seek external feedback on your manuscript, particularly in the early stages. You've got to trust in the process. If you're working with a team of professionals, as in a book writing coach, as in editors, etc., that know your book and know what you're trying to achieve, they're going to make sure that the book is right. So, it breaks my heart, to be honest. I've seen so many books that have never been birthed simply because of negative feedback from someone close to the author, and unwarranted negative feedback, I would add as well. Anyway, interesting point. You've got to protect your mind, create great habits, write a world-class book. All right, folks. Andrew Griffiths, over and out.